And like that, my friends, we are live. Thank you so much for joining me for Sunday service. Good morning, Grails. Hope you guys got some orange juice and bacon and all that stuff ready. Some coffee, definitely. I could definitely use some damn coffee. Oh my God. Oh man. But we're here today. We are here and we got a grail to talk about. A real good grail. We got a good grail to talk about. This guy right here. That's right. Michael Jackson, the Thriller version. And it looks amazing. Artwork, the box artwork just looks amazing and just looks great and all that good stuff. So yes, that's what we got coming up on Good Morning Grails. It's going to be a fun one. It's definitely going to be a fun one. I want to give you guys some give everybody a few minutes to get in here because I know a lot of people are like, what the hell? Why is he doing Grails on Sunday? You're doing a Good Morning Grails on Sunday, Jay? Come on. What happened to Tuesday? Well, Tuesday and next week is going to be a big week. It's going to be a real big week. We all know it's going to be May the 4th, and I expect a lot of stuff to drop. I expect a lot of announcements and a lot of drops. It's already been rumored of things that's going to be dropping. Now, we can all be wrong. You know what I'm saying? We could be wrong. I don't even want to speculate and talk too much about it because we can all be wrong. We can get nothing, which I think Star Wars fans and Hot Toys fans will be in an uproar. But we can all just go, it could just be like nothing. Nothing could just drop. So yeah, it'd be hard. But definitely guys, it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, we got that going on next week. So I expect to be a real busy week. And then on Tuesday, I got a work thing to do. So I couldn't do Good Morning Grails on Tuesday. So I figured, you know what? We're gonna do it on Sunday morning, Sunday service. And I know a lot of you are probably in church right now. So as I should be as well. But you know, we'll just do it like this. We'll just have a prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together today. Also, Lord, allow our wives or our significant others to deal with our collecting and the money we spend on it. Can the church get an amen? Amen. Yes. You got to keep God in it. You got to keep God in everything we do. So, yes, guys, it is Good Morning Grails. We about to roll it. Let's have some fun like this. Always wanted to use that again and couldn't find an appropriate, time to use that little clip. Yes, man. So we're talking about this guy right here, Michael Jackson Thriller. Now, the funny thing is, I acquired this figure a long time ago. I had this figure back when it released all those years ago. Actually, this was the third of my Hot Toys figures. This was the third one that I had. And I wanted it back in the collection. I really wanted it back in the collection. It was crazy. My top three Hot Toys figures at the time when I first got into Hot Toys was the Bank Robber Joker. Thank you, Robert Meyer Burnett. Still waiting on it, brother. But it was the Bank Robber Joker. That was my very first Hot Toys figure. I don't know what happened to my camera. What the hell? There we go. That keeps happening with my camera for some reason. But the very first one was the Bank Robber Joker. The second one was the Iron Man Mark III, the classic one, pink panties one. And then the third was this guy right here. Was definitely was Michael Jackson right here. So this was my third figure. And then around, I believe it was 2019 or 2020, I sold it. I sold it because I was like, it doesn't really fit my collection. I don't need it. And as soon as I sold it, I started seeing all this stuff about Michael Jackson, and I was like, damn, I shouldn't have sold this shit. So, I felt bad about it. And it was funny. Last October, I was trying to actually get this for Halloween. And that was the thing, but the deal couldn't go through. I just couldn't get it. Just couldn't get it. Just didn't happen. So opportunity came last week for me to get this thing. And there it was. I was able to snag it, and that was amazing. I was able to get it, and it was great. I got it for a real good deal. Real good deal. Now that we got people rolling in, let me see who is here. We got some people here. All right. We got my guy, 1-6 shooter. He said, hee hee. Exactly, brother. Got him here. He says, not a huge MJ fan, but I picked this up if they reissued it. The scope was pretty damn good. I love to see what they do with it now. Funny that you mentioned that, Trevor. Funny that you mentioned that. Rumor has it that NR is going to be doing a Michael Jackson. They're going to be doing a Michael Jackson line. That's why another reason why I wanted to, because I think I'm slowly going to be picking up these Michael Jackson figures of old. Because one, I always wanted them. Two, I do want to get them for a good deal, because those NR figures, when they do that, when they do a Michael, shit, imagine a Michael Jackson with rooted hair. I don't know if they can knock that out with the rooted hair, with the curly jerry curl. If they can do all that, shit, So yeah, rumor has it that we're getting one, brother. So stay tuned for that. But who knows when that's gonna come out? So in the meantime, we got our Hot Toys right here. Oh my God. Lord Frog says, John Landis video awesome. Okay. Absolutely. We got AJ Rusula in the building. He says, good morning, friends. Hope all is well. Absolutely. Good morning to you as well, my brother. Lord Frog said, Vincent Price 2 classic. Yes, yes. Love Vincent Price, man. Love this creepy boy. Let me tell you something. Tell y'all a little story. I remember I went to a Halloween party when I was about 5 years old, and they played Thriller. They had it on the TV. That shit scared the hell out of me. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, I was terrified. I remember running out that they had in the room. Like, look at Thriller, look at Thriller, look at Michael. I ran the hell out of there. When he started transforming and I started seeing the zombies and then hearing Vincent Price speak, I was like, oh hell no. I was scared. I was scared of Michael Jackson probably for like my first 6 years of living. Yeah, I was like, man, what the hell? Up until 5 or 6. When I got around 7, I was like, oh, I get it. It took me a while, but for a 5-year-old, I was like, what the hell is going on here? So yeah, I thought it was freaky. Definitely. Good morning to you. Good morning. AJ Rusula. He said, agree 100%. Certified Grail here today. Absolutely. Amen, brother. Yes, that's for the prayer we did early. Amen. Absolutely. We got Fat Batman's collecting nightmares. Says, good morning. Good morning to you, brother. We got our girl, in the building with the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much, sis. That's sis right there. How you doing, sis? Definitely check her out on Positive Fandom. Believe her show will be on pretty soon. So right after you guys leave here, go on over to Positive Fandom and check her out. I know she's going to be talking about something dope. She always has some dope content, especially on Sundays. She is amazing. So definitely check her out at Positive Fandom. Gotta get you. I need you on Good Morning. Good Morning Girls. I need you on Best of the Best. It's so many people I gotta have back on. So we're gonna be, switching out our panels a lot this year, because I definitely need to, get some people that I wanted to have on there on the panel. But thank you for the 99-cent. Appreciate it. Said, I love that idea. Some people are in church with AirPods and watching Good Morning Grails. JCBC. I know. And the funny thing, my real initials are JC. So that is funny. Yup, I love it. Gotta have a little with this. Yeah, this is gonna be a good figure, man. This is gonna be a good one. You're gonna love it. We got my guy, Renz, talented Tino in the building. What's up with you? He says, good morning, BC and Chad. To that button. Shimon. There we go. We got CT603 says, good morning, family. Definitely get that coffee ready. Yes. Said we got MTV in 1983, and this was one of the first music videos I ever saw. Yeah, yeah. This is probably the first one I ever saw as well. I think this is probably the first. I think the first video I ever seen, remember, like I actually remember seeing, was Sledgehammer. Remember that? Sledgehammer. That was my shit right there. Definitely. I love that. Was that Peter Gabriel? Is that Peter Gabriel? I could be wrong. Y'all correct me on that. But that was the first music video I seen. And then I saw this one. Lord Frog. Thank you for the $7 bomb, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely. That is awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. It was Peter Frog. Yeah, Peter Frog. Yep, it was Peter Gabriel. Yep. Damn sure was. Damn. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No, my 80s shit. Definitely, definitely. So before we get into this, what I like to do is to show you guys what it costs. Now, I don't remember this even being on Sideshow back in the day. I think this figure came out before Sideshow was actually selling Hot Toys figures. I could be wrong on that too, but I could not find a Sideshow page for this figure. So I can't remember exactly what it was. I believe it was somewhere like 225. I think it was like two. I know it was in the like early 200s. It was like 225 or 210 or something like that. Um, and the funny thing is, today this figure would be considered a DX. That's the funny thing of it. Definitely. So before we do that, let's play a little mood music. I like to get some. I like to throw a litll music in. So it's just not dead air. So let's play this right here, and let's turn it down. There we go. Y'all should still be able to hear that pretty well and hear me over it. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get this thing open. This is going to be amazing. So before we do that, let's go and look at what this thing costs now. Because I'll tell you, I got this thing for 288 shipped. And I will say, this version that I have is not perfect. There is some flaws, and I wish the seller told me that. So that's the thing I want to tell you guys. When you're looking for these Grail pieces figures, these Grails, make sure you ask a lot of questions, lots of questions. And even when you ask those questions, because the certain things of the figure's age, you'll still have some surprises. So be mindful when you're going after Grails, like in older figures like this, because there were some surprises with this one. Not many, but there was one that I was like, dude, you should have told me about that. But it is what it is. It's still a good piece. All right, so this is what he's going for on Evil Bay right now. Over in Japan, they're selling for $397, and with shipping, you're probably going to be paying about probably about $460 at the minimum for that. See, 270 right here, 270. He's going for a good price. I should have got this one right here. Let me see if I can share this page and share this one instead. I should have got this one right here, honestly. This one, I believe this is stateside. No, this is in Japan. You get the box. I mean, you get the shipper, you get the R box, even though the R box is a little damaged a little bit. But this was interesting to me that you get this, you get the little Hot Toys magazine, the catalog from 2009, 2010. I would just love to have that, So that was a good little run of figures right there, and a good time for Hot Toys. So that would be cool. But so yeah, going back to it, 345. So you can get them for about you can get a good version for about 400. Now the Thriller one, not the Thriller one, but the Beat It one is the one. That's the next one I'm gonna go for. And our guy Anthony has that. He has that, and that one's amazing. So that's gonna be the next one that I'm going after. Because I believe I'll be going after the Beat It version, and I'm also gonna be going after, yes, the Dangerous DX version. Definitely want those in my collections. So yeah, and as we go down, we see the price go up. So about 400, you can get him. You can get him. He's kind of hard to get local though. I was able to get this one local. So that worked out for me. But yeah, so about 400 you can go and grab them for. Let's all see who we have here as well. We got Tuli in the building. What's up with you? Says morning, Jay. Hope all is well, bro. Likewise for you there, brother. Likewise, likewise. Got Pablo Meza in the building. Says good morning, BC. Felt bad hearing about RMB losing storage units. Like Rob losing the storage unit last night. Yeah, dude. When Rob told that story, I ain't even gonna lie. I almost teared up a little bit. I did. It was real. That was real sad. And I mean, if you guys don't know what Pablo was alluding to, Robert Meyer Burnett was on with us last night on Anthony's stream, Tales from the Dark Side, which was an amazing stream. Go check it out. But we, kind of was an organic conversation. We were talking about, losing our collections. And Rob told a story about how he lost, his early part of his collection, which he had a lot of amazing stuff, signed stuff by Anne Rice and whatnot, and he lost it in a storage unit, and just new management took over and pretty much screwed him over. It was horrifying. It was definitely horrifying, and but check that out. That was a great stream. Check out Anthony's Six Scale Mafia's Tales from the Dark Side last night. So amazing stream. Pablo, thank you so much. So just looked at it. Yeah, it was good. Yep. They did do a Billie Jean. They did. Did they do Billie Jean? Yes, they did. Yeah, that's the Beat one. Yep. They did that one. Yep. Also, guys, remember to smash that like button. Smash that like button. Thank you so much. AJ says, I missed that one, and I missed that they had done 3 MJs. I only thought they had done 2. Good to know. Yeah, they did the Beat It version. They did one with the glove. They did one with the glove and the white shirt as well. They did the Dangerous one, the Beat It one, the Thriller. They did about 4, I believe. Yep. Yeah, that story was heartbreaking. Yep. Yeah, that like I said, that had me in tears. It took me back to, to where I had a situation in 2016 when I had a fire. And luckily I didn't lose too much, but the stuff I lost, it was just like, it's that thing where you're like, I have that. And then you're like, wait a minute, I don't have it. I lost a couple of things in the fire. But majorly my collection was in my bedroom, and our bedrooms were taken care of. It was our living room that was completely destroyed. But I lost like several DVDs. I lost several glasses. I like little things, little nitnoid things that you just grow to love, and you have. It was just gone. Really sucked. But anyway, guys, we gonna get to the figure. Let's solo the screen real quick and just show the box a little bit. You get this bright red box, and it just looks beautiful. It almost looks like an album cover. And when this figure came out, you got, give you the frame of reference. When this figure came out, Michael had just passed. So this was an emotional thing for a lot of people. It was heartbreaking. Oh, Trevor, you sent that to me? Trevor says, sent you the link to original page. Oh, okay. Let me check that out. Let me see. Did you send it to me on? Okay, you sent it to me on whatchamacallit. Give me 1 second, guys. But yeah, when this when this figure came out, Michael had just passed, and it was heartbreaking, man. It really was. It was a heartbreaking time. It was just hard for all of us Michael fans. It was just not a good time. It really wasn't. And to see this kind of helped. It helped with that pain. So, I jumped on this. I was just like, I need this, I need this in my life. And it's funny. I remember when I saw I think what version did I see before? I forget which version. I'm because I think the Beat It one came out. Did the Beat It one come out? I think no, I think the Beat It came out after this one. But I think it was another one that came out. The one with the white shirt and the black jacket and the hat. And he's doing the move with the glove. That one was out. And I was like, well, let me see if they will make a Thriller version. And I was thinking like, yeah, they would make a Thriller version and they would do a 2-pack kind of, and they would have him with the zombie face. And then lo and behold, this one came out. And I was like, damn, they did it. So I had to have it. Let me go real quick. Let me add this back in, and we're gonna go here. And thanks to Trevor 16 Shooter for this page right here. Bro, that's the original Sideshow page. Trevor, you a G. Thank you so much, brother. Wow. He was 189.99. Wow. That is amazing. Oh my God. That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Dude, he was that cheap. He was that cheap. Oh my goodness. Trevor, thank you so much for that, bro. Thanks so much for that. That's awesome. Like just to see the side, that's why I like the Wayback Machine. You can see like Sideshow the way it was. Look at that website. That's like almost GeoCities. We have come so far with the web. That is amazing. That is amazing. Shit, some of there's some sites we buy from that still kind of look like this. Definitely. Yes, thanks so much for that, Trevor. I appreciate it. The box is thin. Definitely. What's up, comics? Definitely. Timothy Dixon, he said, oh, wow, I didn't even know this existed. Glad to see the unboxing for it. Yeah, we're going to jump right into that, guys. He said, actually, it's not this double version, but close. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Mr. Mom's Collectibles. What's up, bro? What's up with you? Say, hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday morning, Grails. Yes. We got Big Dog Pound in the house. Woo! What's up with you, brother? Definitely. Exactly. Yeah, well, see, the thing of it is, I think it was only one version because this is not a 2-pack. That's the funny thing. It's not you would think it's a 2-pack, but it's not a 2-pack. This is more like a Miles Morales release. What Miles Morales is, they've done that before, and this is what this is. Like you get a completely different wardrobe change with this figure, but it's also the kind of incentive for you to buy another body. And there were some versions in Hong Kong that gave you an extra body, and it actually had like a bag. They used to give you bags. Like when you went to Secret Base, they would give you themed bags that went with your figures. So there was a bag that had like the red and black jacket, and the figure box went inside. So you had that. So they did that at one point. So yeah, that was good. That was good when, and I believe they also did that with the Batman, with the Michael Keaton Batman back in the day. Because I remember mine's, and I don't think I have it anymore, but mine's came with, when it boxed up, I opened it up and it came with the bag. And I was like, oh shit, I got the bag. Because that's when I used to buy all my stuff directly from Hong Kong. Even this, when I bought this from Hong Kong. And back, because I wanted my stuff day one all the way back then. And I remember paying maybe $200 even for it. And I was in between jobs. So this was like a Christmas present. But I think my mom and aunt gave me like $150. And then I had to add the other 50 myself. So I was able to get it that way. Even Gellian, he said, good morning, beautiful people. Good morning to you as well. Mr. Mom's Collectibles, he said, word Grail gets thrown around, LOL. But I think we can all agree that this deserves the title Grail. Absolutely. I totally agree. Totally agree. Ken Carpenter, what's up with you, brother? You said I to be had to be a pretty penny. That had to be a pretty penny. Well, I paid 288 for this one. And I got it from a guy stateside. Got it from a guy in the States. But yeah, we got Lane Kramer. Once the button works, there we go. We got Lane Kramer in the house. He said, "Hey, brother, cousins, hope you're doing well this morning." Likewise, brother. Likewise. It's always good to have you here, Lane. No, it ain't. No, Ken, it's not. Not at all. Not at all. But all right, guys, we're gonna go here, solo the box again, show you guys the figure. Man, I just can't stop looking at this box. This box is amazing. It looks great. It looks great. Simple, but just so damn effective. We got 24 of you guys in here. Remember, hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. All right. There we go. All right, guys. So we about to get this thing open. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I'm gonna go off mic. You'll still be able to hear me, but it won't be as crisp. But let's get this thing unboxed. All right. And you guys still be able to hear me, but a little ways away. But you guys, can you still hear me? You can still hear me. Put on my gloves and get this bad boy open for you. Once again, I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend. I'm just getting some sleep. We ain't doing nothing too crazy. Well, me and my wife was at the dealership all damn day yesterday. She's trying to buy another truck, a new truck, and it's crazy. But they spent what vehicles cost now are terrible. So guys, here you go. You get that beautiful artwork of MJ. You get the M logo. You get the M Icon logo right here, which this was from their Icons lines that they really don't do that much anymore. I believe they did. Of course, they did a bunch of Michaels. They did Bruce Lee, and I can't remember if Stan Lee is part of the Icon. I don't think so, but they used to do the Icon. They used to pick certain people, and they would do figures of. But we don't get that many anymore. But here it is. You have all the writing right here. Like I said, very simple but beautiful. I'm gonna open it up. And when you open it up, you're greeted with this beautiful artwork right here. Pretty much frameable artwork. And this is 009 of the M Icon line. So that looks good. That looks great. Just lift it up. God, this is just all sort of nostalgia. And that's right, you get foam. Not a DX, but you get foam on the N Icons line. Move the foam. And you get this wonderful figure in here. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at all that awesomeness. It just looks amazing. You get the figure here itself. You would almost think it's a 2-pack. But what it is you get an alternate sculpt, an alternate jacket, pants, and shoes. Pretty much they give you enough. Oh, in the red undershirt as well. Pretty much they give you enough to make another figure. And that's what I said. Some versions actually came with a extra body. This version didn't. If you bought it from the States, it really didn't come with an extra body. You had to go and buy another body. But back then, it was easier to find them. They're actually kind of hard to find now. The thin, I forget the actual name of it, but the thin African American body. It's kind of hard to find. But I think you look hard enough, you'll be able to find it, because that's what I'm going to have to do to make this a 2-pack. The original one I actually had this one, and then I went and got the extra body and was able to do it. So yeah, we're going to take a look at them. Let's pull them out. Oh, also you get a pile of hands and extra packs. So we're gonna pull them out like so. And first, we'll show you the accessories. Before you show you the figure, let me just move this down. I'm working with the smaller table today, so. So first, you get the old school oval stand. And it has Thriller labeled on it and Michael Jackson on the plate. Love these old school stands. Let's put that right there for now. And first we'll look at the tattered jacket for the zombie version. Zombie werewolf, well, the zombie version. Speaking of the werewolf head, I remember there was a third party, there was somebody that did a werewolf custom head. And that would have been amazing if they gave us that. Maybe InArt will do it. This raggedy right here. And like I said, this comes with alternate pants. You get the red undershirt under here. And of course the jacket. Oh, and you also get the socks and shoes. Show it like that. You get two of those. Left foot and right foot. Like I said, they give you enough to make another figure. And then of course, let's give you a better look. Make sure I get on camera and get this looking good. You get this wonderful zombie head sculpt. 1 second. And that looks amazing. Let's turn it this way so you guys can see it. Just looks amazing. And the paintwork on it is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. And don't worry, we're gonna put him in these modes. We're gonna put him in that zombie mode. And of course you get a pile of hands, and we're not gonna show those hands. We're not gonna show all of them. But last but not least, of course, the figure itself. And it just looks amazing. It looks great. We'll just put them up here for right now. Let's put them up here for right now. Let's get them framed up for you so you guys can see them. And there he is. Michael Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. This thing looks amazing. It looks amazing. See what you guys are saying? Yes, just an amazing figure. Let's give him a spin. And just an amazing piece. Super amazing piece. 1-6 Shooter says, how's the pleather holding up? It's holding up pretty well. It looks it's holding pretty well. But if you look at the ends of the jacket, the black ends there, they're a little bent more than I wanted. But so far so good. It looks good. It's holding up pretty well. It's holding up pretty well. Yes, definitely looks great. I'd agree. Give me 1 second, guys. Because he ain't on the base. Drives me crazy when they're not completely centered. There it is. So is that centered now? Yep, that's centered. Yep. Yeah, so no, it does look good. Uh-oh. Button stuck. Here we go. Hold on. What's my button stuck? Oh god. My god, my computer is stuck, guys. My god, I'm trying to read through your comments, but my computer is stuck. Like the screen is stuck. I've never had this happen. What the hell? This is a new computer. What the hell happened? What's going on with Chrome? It's like completely locked up. Well, this sucks. This has never happened. I've never had this happen before. What the hell? This is a new computer. Oh my god. I've never had this happen. We're gonna keep going though. Yes. Okay, is this working now? No, what the hell? This is crazy. Like 1, 2. Let me try something. Hold on. Wow, everything is frozen right now. I've never had this happen. So Big Dog Pound, looks like your comment will be on the screen for a minute. And I know I got some people in here. Appetite for collectibles. I saw your comment. Maybe I can work it from my phone. Hold on. Let me try to do something here, guys. This is terrible. Yeah, I never had this happen before. This is crazy. How my machine has just locked up on me. And I'm on the Apple Studio right now. And I'm on let me turn that off. Okay, so I'm working the comments from my phone now. I wonder, can I log in? Let me try something. Let me try this. Let me try something real quick. Hold on. Damn it, can I send myself? I didn't send myself a link, so I can't get in. Yeah, I've never had this lock up like this. So I'm going to be doing the comments from my phone. Give me 1 second. So, yeah. I can't turn off the damn comments. This is crazy. Yeah, like I have no control over anything. I don't even know how I'll be able to stop the stream. But we gonna just keep rolling. Dog Pound, your comment's gonna be on the screen because I can't control it, bro. But I can still read off your comments real quick, guys. Let me see. Where did we start off? Timothy Dixon says, brother cousin, I know you had to see with the third-party Purple Rain Prince figure that's coming out. That looks epic. It does look good. That Purple Rain looks great. My only problem with it is the proportions. He looks big as hell. And we all know Michael was teeny. Michael was a little guy. Michael was barely 5 foot. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely got to work on that. But I think the head sculpt looks okay. I think it looks good. AJ Rusla says, wish NR would hit some of these older figures again, but I really don't think they need to add more to their backlog. They seem to be having issues with their current line. Yeah, we'll definitely see. That's a great point. That is a great point. But who knows? Maybe they'll catch up. Hopefully. You said it looks like it's holding up with the test of time. That's what Big Dog Pound says. I agree. Totally agree. We got Nyla in the building. Appetite for collectibles. She says this looks sick. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And definitely check out her channel, Appetite for Collectibles. Real good content. She's heading towards the 3K mark. Let's get her to 3K. Absolutely. She is amazing. Got to meet her on Lails on Monday. We had a great chat about Star Wars. Make sure you check that out, man, of 16 Man's channel. Yeah. AJ Reevesless says time to call customer support for an exchange. Yeah, because I'm like, this thing is completely like frozen up right now. Like I can't do shit. Like I can't do nothing. This is crazy. Like I'm never have a computer. Like I'm locked out the computer. Like, I mean, it's frozen. Like I can probably move my apps around. Let me try something. No, I can't even do that. Wow, that's crazy. So we're gonna keep rolling, but I do have control of my camera. I do have control of that. So we're gonna keep moving on and talking about the figure, but just know I can't get any comments on the screen, but I can still read them off over my phone. See, this is, I think what I'm gonna have to start doing is actually having a guest to help me like co-host. I think that's what I'm gonna have to start doing, so these things don't happen, because this has never happened. No problem, no question. Appetite for collectibles, check her out. Absolutely. Thea Lamire says, good morning, everyone. I'm a bit late, sorry. All good. Definitely, guys. But yeah, here's Michael, and he looks great. I think he looks amazing. It's awesome. Let's get him in a pose real quick. Let's get him in a dance. He's a dancer. Let's get him in a dancing pose or something real quick. Let's do that. Let's pose him up. Yeah, guys, I don't know what's going on with my computer. That sucks. That completely sucks. Completely sucks. So probably see me on camera a little bit. So we'll put him in a dancing pose. And he has this finger. He has this hand where he's like snapping his fingers. So let's have him do like a nice little pose, nice little move. Because he is a dancer. Let's do that. Yeah, I cannot believe I'm locked out. Like how that's locked up. That's ridiculous. I've never experienced anything like that. Never experienced anything like that. That's crazy. Try to get something here. We could do better than that. Give me 1 second. Oh, shit. See what we can do with this. Guys, remember to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. So keep choosing them. Definitely hit that like button. Definitely. Try to give him some good poses. Definitely. Well, something like that. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, that's decent. We all know I can come better than that. We all know I can come better than that. We'll take a look at that. See how that looks. The pleather goods are definitely holding up way better. They definitely are. They're holding up way better than I thought. Definitely. Definitely. Big Dog Pound says, Brother Cousins, toy reviews. Have you updated your iOS system? Sometimes that can clearly give you issues on your computer. I think I did do yeah, with the Chrome app. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. So I had some update happening and shit just went crazy. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like for sure. All right. Let me go ahead and do one more pose. Not one more pose. I'm gonna do another pose with this version, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch him to the zombie version. So stay tuned for that. All right. This is how I used to have mine posed back in the day. So let's get these hands. Get these hands. Remove these hands. Because how I had them posed back in the day, I just wanted my Michael to be cool. I remember if I did this right, I rolled up the sleeves. Why the sleeves are not rolling up the way they should. There they go. Roll up those sleeves. Like so. Let's see where I'm going, right? Yeah, that's right. Bend for me. Come on now. There we go. That was the thing. I just wanted my Michael to be cool. Boom. There we go. Yeah, that's how I like my Michael. Have my Michael like that. Let me know what y'all think of that pose. You know what y'all think of the pose right there of the young Michael Jackson. Braden, what's up with you? Says you getting Jedi Survivor. It's awesome. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, even Gallian, that's too. He said, totally put in my Dead Strange with my Hell team. All characters do hell. Yeah, that would be cool. Thanks, AJ says. Looks good to me. Thanks so much, AJ. Definitely, definitely. Let's get a close up on him. Let's get a close up, close up. Let's go in for that extreme close up. Just a wonderful figure, guys. Oh, shit. Yep. Going a little closer. Damn it, I'm taking these gloves off. Now, if that's not Michael, I don't know what it is. See the shoes on the base. Loafers look cool. They really look cool. And he's pretty much a very simple figure. And the hair sculpt ain't bad for Hot Toys back then. Would it be real interesting to see what they do like now? What they could do now with this? But for what it is, it looks great. It really looks good. There he is. It's Michael Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. I think it looks fantastic. Let's frame him up nice. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks amazing. Totally looks amazing. See what you guys are saying. Blue Tattoo says, very cool. The head sculpt is pretty dang good. Absolutely. I totally agree. Totally agree, Blue. And I will be getting your shirt to you this weekend. I promise. Been promising this man this shirt and everything for a long ass time. Sorry, brother. Make it worth your while. Lord Frog says, sorry if this was already discussed. Too. Us too bad it did not come with a full wolf head. I know. I really wanted it to come with the wolf head. It would have been great if it did. Some other company may, jump on it. Rand's Talentino says, simple yet fire pose. Exactly. Totally agree. Evangelion says, BC, what's your favorite Michael Jackson song? Ooh. Damn, bro. I never thought. Human Nature. Yeah. Human Nature. Human Nature is probably my favorite one. He has so many. But Human Nature, I mean, just damn near everything on Thriller. Damn near everything. Thriller is my favorite album of all time. My favorite piece of music of all time is Thriller. My second is Purple Rain by Prince. My two favorite albums in the world. Those are two, Purple Rain and Thriller. Don't get no better than that, in my opinion. Um, and then we can, then we can talk about the Beatles. We could talk about Abbey Road, Sergeant Pepper. I can go on. I'm a musician. I love music, so that's hard. But I would say Human Nature probably. Dirty Diana, that's a good one. Oh, Bad is the jam, DTR man. That's the jam right there, brother. That is the jam for real. Off the Wall was amazing. Want to be starting something? Want to be starting something? Like, want to get over? Yeah, yeah. Damn, I don't want to get demonetized, but yeah, man. Absolutely. Never Ender, what's up? He said, I love Michael Jackson. He said, my favorite track is Where's Wanda? Oh my God. I love it. I know, bro. Dude, wouldn't it be crazy? Bro, wouldn't it be crazy as shit if we were like waiting to get all this, it's like, oh, it's May 4th, bro. Oh, it's May the 4th be with you. We waiting to get all this Star Wars shit. And then they release nothing Star Wars and they like, oh, here's Wanda. I'm like, all right, Hot Toys, y'all fucking trolling. Y'all trolling. That would be crazy, man. That would people would be pissed. Oh my God. Let's spin our guy around a little bit more. And yeah, if you're just now watching, I removed the hands to put him in the jacket like that because, I want him to look cool, I want Michael to look cool. And this was like, my favorite. This was my favorite look for Michael. It really was this time. Now I know about the vitiligo and, him changing his skin tone and, we all know about that. But I'm just saying, this was my favorite look for him. But, even in those years, in the bad years, I mean, those outfits were dope. I like when he had, I forget who said it, but he had like the Captain Crunch jackets because he always had a cool jacket. And even me, I like cool track jackets, like real cool. That's like my thing. I like real cool track jackets. And I had a jacket a couple of, like maybe 10, 15 years ago. Was made by a company in New York called Caesar, and they had like these little studs on them. Jay-Z wore some of it. It was Caesar clothing was dope for back in the day. And I had a jacket, and my best friend used to call it. He said, "Yeah, that's your Michael Jackson Captain Crunch jacket." I was like, "Damn right." Yeah, the jacket was dope. It was called the Rich Bastard. It had that on the back of it. It was cool. It had like a line on it, and it had studs all on it. It was cool. And this is like early 2000s. This is like 20. This is like 2004, 2005. But yeah, it kind of reminded me. I always, kind of was inspired by Michael to have that. Definitely. Lady of My Life. That's a good one. You never understood. Seriously though, Bad is my favorite. Bad is my favorite album of all time. Yeah, Bad is dope. Smooth Criminal is my smooth. He has so many good songs, guys. It's hard. And if you guys are just chiming in and y'all be like, and y'all noticing like, why is Big Dog Pound's chat still on the screen? That's because for some reason, Chrome has just went crazy. And I can't control anything. And I know I could restart, but if I restart everything, that kills the stream. So I was like, we just gonna roll with it like this. I'm reading everything off my phone. As Chase says, that's what I think is gonna happen, bro. For real. They're gonna drop Wanda. They will drop Wanda. They do that shit, that would piss a lot of us off. We know that would be crazy. Ooh, Antoine Fuqua is directing the MJ biopic. Oh, that's going to be fucking fire. That's my favorite director right there. One of my favorite directors. That's going to be fire. That is going to be fire. Guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to switch this up to the zombie version. But I gotta go upstairs and get my pliers. Why do you need pliers, you ask? You'll find out, because it's like I said, I was saying earlier that this piece isn't perfect. When I removed the head sculpt to put on the zombie head sculpt, I noticed the neck peg inside the neck peg had like some harsh plier marks on it, like he used a plier to pull it out, and I was like, damn it, what the fuck. So I'm continuing to, and honestly, I think I did that with my old one as well, but I was like, dude, I wish you had told me that. But it wouldn't have been a deal breaker one way or the other. So the figure still looks dope, but I got to go upstairs to get my pliers. So enjoy the viewing of Michael real quick and give me 1 second. It's literally gonna take 1 second. Okay, I lied. It took about 8. It took about 8 seconds. I'm the Flash. I'm the real Flash. Yeah, so yeah, the guy did that, and I was like, what the hell, man? It's like, what the hell? Yeah. So let's switch this guy out. First, let's pull out on it. So you can see the full frame of the figure once again. He looks so dope. Oh my god, he just looks so cool. Like simple, but just so effective and just dope, man. I just love this figure, man. Really love it. All right, so we're gonna do now is we're going to switch him out to the zombie version, and once we do that, I'll let you guys go and can finish enjoying your wonderful Sunday. But let's go do this. Let's do this. Let's go. All right. Ugh. Yeah, this thing with my computer is crazy. Like I never had that happen live on air. That sucks. But hey, it bees like that sometimes, and you have to improvise. See, this is why I want to have another body. So because both of the sculpts are so cool, leaving one, it boxed up is just it's not the thing to do, baby. It's just not the thing to do. I'm being extra careful with the coat because this is an older figure. Oh, I feel like it's caught on something. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, take you. Let's see, bony. Got bony Michael there. And I'm gonna show you what I was talking about, guys. Let's take off the head sculpt. And you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really kind of like scuffed up right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a little scuffed up. So what we have to do is I have to take the pliers and pull out the neck peg. I think I went and got a separate neck peg. I'm gonna do this off camera because I don't want to mess up the sculpt. There we go. It just pops out. Then we'll just pop it in. There we go. So there he is. Yeah, your browser lost its connection. You guys can still see me, right? Okay, you guys can still see me. We're still okay. Cool. Just want to make sure. Just want to make sure you guys can still see because I'm having some other issues. I don't know what the hell is going on. It is crazy, but we're gonna find this out. We're gonna figure this shit out. Find out what's going on. All right, let's put the tattered jacket on. Then we'll do the zombie hands. Then we'll call it a day. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me this early. This is, I know I usually do this on Tuesdays, but I don't know. I think I kind of like the Sunday vibe. I think I do. Gives me more time. I'm not as stressed because I'll be stressing when I do it on Tuesday because my schedule is not as light as it used to be. So yeah, things change. We knew the change was going to come. We definitely knew the change was going to come. So definitely. Here we go, guys. Put his hands on. Oh shit. Hate when the pig slides up. I love it. Have him dragging the leg. Like so. And let's rotate it. And I think that looks amazing. Guys, let me know what you think about that pose. Let a brother know what y'all think about that pose. Definitely. Howard, are you okay? Will you tell us where Wanda is? We got Calvin Low Key Collector in the building. What's up with you, brother? Good to have you here. Tully says, "Screw Wanda. Where's Wong? Justice for Wong. Don't wrong Wong. Justice for Wong." Y'all are crazy. Y'all are funny. Definitely. Oh. All I want for Christmas is Wanda. We do need a Wong, though. Seriously, we definitely need a Wong. We do. We really do. We definitely need a Wanda. Where is Wanda? I love this figure, guys. Let's go in for a closer look on that sculpt. Just love the zombie face. That just looks dope. That just looks so damn good. It is. It is, Renz. It is really good. Really good sculpt. We can do a spin on it. Let's put the spin back on it. Really good. Somebody has a tattoo. I think the game has a tattoo of the zombified Michael. It's a dope ass tattoo. You see the tattered jacket. Well done. Well done. And this is one of those instances where you don't mind if the jacket degraded a little bit. Looks good. One thing, that I'm liking that a lot of 1/6 scale figures are doing, and especially in art, I think it helps with the realism, is giving them those seamless arms, seamless forearms. So you're not seeing that, jointed wrist, because that just really throws off the illusion, in my opinion. You see it like, man, it looks like a picture, and then you look at it like, oh, it's a toy, the wrist joints, wrist pegs. I like that they're giving you the option now. I think that's great. I think that's really great. Donna Meyer says, awesome figure. I totally agree. Totally agree. Totally agree. DT Arman says, I wish the MJ figures were reissued. I wish, I'm trying to think of the reason for them to do it. Something happened. It's kind of an untapped resource. Michael was big. I remember seeing I think it was the Dangerous tour. I remember, I forget what country he went to. I think it was Germany, and people were like passing out. I remember seeing as a kid, I think they played the Dangerous tour on HBO, and you just saw like they were just cutting the scenes of people just like going through convulsions and and passing out and shit. You like, God damn. Oh, excuse me, on Sunday. Sorry, Lord. Sorry, Lord. Sorry, Lord. Sorry. But it was the people was going through convulsions and just shaking and like, oh, Michael. They was getting the Holy Ghost from Michael. I'm like, damn, he can sing good and dance, but damn. Michael was big. He had statues and all that shit, So I'm like, come on. I'm sure there's a big fandom out there, we want to talk about those scandals and all that other stuff. I'm here to celebrate Michael. I don't want to talk about all that other, other stuff, But man, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely, I'm definitely gonna get, Brands. I'm definitely gonna get another one, another body to display. Because that's how I had it that's how it was when I first had it. I had an extra body to display both versions with. So yeah, I'll be searching for another body pretty soon. So I can have these posed up together. Be great. Never Ender said, I'll be flooding every Hot Toys Instagram post with "Where's Wanda." You should, bro. You should. It's getting ridiculous, bro. It really is. It's getting ridiculous. They need to give us that figure. They need to give that up. Calvin, what he says, he say, bro, they fell out just cause he turned his neck. That boy Michael was a bad mother. Yup. They fell out. That's true. He turned his neck. That's right. I remember that. He's, bro, they fell out just because he turned his neck. That boy Michael was a bad mother. Shut your mouth. The king of pop was the truth. He was. I remember that. He turned his neck. He did that move. He came out and turned his neck. They fainted. It's like, oh, they just fainted. I was like, damn, y'all. Okay. A fact I just learned about Michael, and a lot of people didn't know, that he was trying to buy Marvel Comics back in the day and make what we now have, the MCU. He had the idea to do that because Michael owned a lot of shit. He owned the Beatles masters. I mean, it was kind of funky how he did Paul McCartney with getting those masters. Michael was soft spoken, but Michael was a shrewd businessman. Oh, he had owned a lot of shit. was trying to buy up a lot of shit. Some would say that's why he's not here. Some would say that, because he was trying to buy a lot of shit. But yeah, go on YouTube. There's video, there's audio. I think it's video and audio of him talking about, oh yeah, I would like to buy, Marvel Comics and use those properties to make superhero movies. He said, I was like, what? And this is like, shit, this was like in the 90s. Yeah. He was really talking about buying Marvel. And at that time, he could have did it because this was in the time when Marvel was bankrupt. So he was about to swoop in. So man, I mean, personally, I'm glad it worked out the way that it worked out with Disney. I mean, I think the MCU right now, I think they have some problems to get back. They have to get back on course. But the 23 movies that we got, or 20, I forget the first 20, the Endgame, from Endgame and the Spider-Man movies, and from all the way to No Way Home, I think they knocked it out the park. I think they knocked it apart. Right now, they having a little bit of, they got to get back on course. But yeah, Michael was a shrewd businessman. Low Key says, yeah, he said I put my piece up on the game. I put my piece up on game with Captain EO for those who remember the George Lucas collab. Oh, yes, the Captain EO. I remember that. Yup, I remember that. As Talentino said, was there a Beatles 1/6 scale figures made? Yes, Rob talked about, there was a John Lennon made. I forget the name of the company, but Rob talked about it last night. And that John Lennon was amazing. They never did a Paul, but they did John Lennon. Not John, I forget who made it, but that John Lennon was fabulous. It's an amazing piece. And I think the company just dipped. They rolled. There you go, Trevor. Molecule 8. Yep, Molecule 8. Molecule 8, yep, AJ, yep. That shit was amazing. Trevor's like, it's a decent figure. I've seen it. I remember seeing a head sculpt, and I was like, man, it looks good. I need to see it again because I was like, John Lennon. I mean, shit, that was my aunt's favorite Beatle. Paul has always been my favorite Beatle. John Lennon was second. But I love the Beatles. When I was in college, I did a project about the Beatles. I'm a huge Beatles fan. Beatles fan. It's funny, I'm a Beatles fan, I'm a Metallica fan, then I'm a Jackson 5 fan. I'm all over the place, y'all. When it comes to music, you'll even catch me listening to country. Like, I'm one of the people that, I love Taylor Swift before she was like pop. I loved, like, when she was a little girl doing country songs. I was like, oh, she's cute, So yeah, I love all music. All right, let's pull out. And I'll give you one more full look at the figure before we roll, guys. Because I know my wife is waiting for me upstairs. I know she's like, you tell me you would be an hour. I'm like, yeah, I tell you a lot of things. Oh, I forget. She's probably watching the stream right now. So yeah, I'm probably going upstairs to get slapped. So definitely. But guys, this has been a wonderful Sunday morning version of Good Morning Grails. Despite having my computer just locked up on the screen, it's been great. It's been real. It's been a pleasure to unbox this figure and rediscover this figure with you guys. It's been great. Thank you all so much for being here with me and with this unboxing. It has been great. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. And have a good one, and I'll see you guys next week, because next week is gonna be crazy. Thank you, Tully. Tully says, awesome stream, Jay. I definitely appreciate it. I don't know what we're gonna do about our next grail. I have to talk to second brother because I'm trying to get Krennic. But he's gonna have to go to the storage, get his box and all that other type of stuff. So we gotta it may be some while before we continue the Rogue One line. But we'll be coming up with something else. Thank you. Trevor says fun unboxing, Jay. Thank you so much. Big Dog Pound says great stream. AJ Ruthless says take care. Calvin Low Key says thanks, bro. Guys, thank you all for being here. This makes this experience more fun. I've unboxed figures by myself, and it's like, oh, it's it's fun to do that, but it's even more fun doing it with you guys. So definitely, this is great. Also, be on the lookout. I was supposed to have had it done. I've been bad. I need to get the Luke Skywalker, the Mandalorian Luke Skywalker review up. I'm still editing that. That is coming along greatly. I'll have that up pretty soon. Hopefully, that should be up later tonight. Later tonight to Monday morning. Want to get it out tonight because who knows what tomorrow will bring with Hot Toys. Seriously. So I'll be getting that up shortly. Still filming the Breakfast with Tiffany Chucky Bride of Chucky fan film, utilizing the NECA life-size Bride of Chucky dolls. So think of it as a review, but it's a review, but it's a movie. So you'll see what I mean when you see it. Actually, it's a show because it's going to be I think I'm going to be doing it in two parts, two shorts. So stick around for that. Hopefully, the first episode will be out this week. And guys, have a good one, and remember to be excellent to each other. See you next time. And it's gonna be weird, guys, because I gotta completely restart the computer. But have a good one, guys. Okay, for you guys that are still here, because I think there's still 17 of you guys here, seeing a little bit of behind the scenes. Okay, seeing a little bit of behind the scenes. The stream never really ended. Well, that's good to know that I could have did that. Well, looks like I have control of everything again. Yep, have control of everything again. I didn't know I could end the stream and jump back in. That would have I just would have did that. But guys, they seen a little bit extra. Let me turn this off. Yeah, we got yeah, so definitely an update needed to be happened. Yeah, I needed to make an and I needed to do an update. That's what it was. For all of you that are still here, getting a little extra. But yeah, that's all, folks. Sorry for the inconvenience during the stream, but I know you're like, why is this camera so crappy? This is the camera from the studio display. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time. Deuces.